I was folding the last towel when I heard it 3 knocks, not urgent, just familiar. I paused. My hands trembled over the soft fabric, my stomach dropped. No. It couldn't be. I opened the door. My breath caught. He stood there like no time had passed, same smug smile. Same dark eyes. Hey, he said. My throat tightened. You, what the hell are you doing here? Can we talk? I slammed the door, leaning against it. I pressed my palms to the wood like I could hold the past back with my skin. No, 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 no. Not now. Not ever. I grabbed my phone. Maya answered on the first ring. You sound like you saw a ghost. I did. Wait. What? Who? Caleb. Silence. Then? Where? At my door. Did you call the cops? No. I panicked. Slammed it in his face. He was just standing there. 5 years. 5 years of nothing, and he just shows up. I was already pacing. I thought he was in another state. He moved, didn't he? You told me he moved. You said he remarried. That's what I heard. I blocked everything. I didn't want to know. Do you think he's dangerous? He was always dangerous, just wore nice cologne while doing it. Do you want me to come over? I know. I need to think. Promise me you won't open that door again. I already didn't. Still, deadbolted, and call me if he comes back, okay? I hung up, but I didn't feel safe. Not even in my own skin. He knocked again the next morning. This time, I looked through the peephole. He hadn't moved. Same coat, same look, but something in his eyes was different. I cracked the door open, chain still latched. Why are you here, Caleb? I'm not here to fight. I swear. You shouldn't be here at all. I need 5 minutes, then I'll go. No. Please. I hated that word from his mouth. It was never real. Why now? He didn't answer. I almost shut the door again. But his voice cracked. Because I lost everything. I flinched. What's that got to do with me? You're the only person who ever really knew me. I laughed bitter and sharp. Yeah. I knew the liar, the cheat, the manipulator. I knew the man who made me question my own sanity. He lowered his head. You don't get to pull the poor me card now. I don't want pity. Then what? I need your help. I shut the door without another word later. I sat in the kitchen, tea untouched. Eyes on the door. Every creak of the apartment felt like a threat. My phone buzzed. Maya? He's still there. Me? Gone. Maya? Good. Change your locks anyway. Want me to drive over? Me? Not yet. I didn't want her to see me like this, shaken, unraveled. I'd built so much to keep him out of my head, my life, my name, and now, with one knock, the walls cracked. Why now? Why me? He said he lost everything. Good. But why drag me into it? I stared at the door again. My fingers curled into fists. No. He wasn't going to do this to me again. I picked up my phone and hit record. My name is. I stopped. No. Not yet. I deleted the clip. But the fire inside had already been lit. If he wanted 5 minutes of my time, he was going to wish he'd never asked for it. Let the past knock. I wasn't the same girl who opened the door before. I saw him before he saw me. Corner table. Same coffee shop I always go to. I should have walked away. Should have turned, pretended not to notice. But I didn't. I stood there, frozen, staring at what used to be a man who made the ground disappear under my feet. He looked. Wrecked. Hair unkempt. Hoodie to sizes too big, eyes hollow. He looked like a shadow trying to be human. He looked up. I hoped you'd come. I didn't come for you. Still? He nodded at the chair across from him. You're here. I sat, arms crossed. 5 minutes. He didn't waste them. I lost my house, my job. Tara left. Took everything. Good for Tara. He flinched. I deserve that. No. You deserve worse, I know. The silence between us wasn't peaceful, it was sharp, cutting. Why here? I asked. Why this coffee shop? You used to come here with a book and headphones. You always sat in the corner. That was 7 years ago. I remember. I didn't want him to remember anything. He stirred the coffee in front of him. Though it looked untouched, I thought about writing, or calling. But I knew you'd hang up. You think I won't walk out? He didn't answer. I'm not the girl who cried in your driveway, I said. Not the one who begged you to be kind. I buried her, I know. He paused. But I never forgot you. Don't say that like it's a good thing, I mean it. You're the only one who ever really saw me. Understood me, no. I snapped. I survived you. He closed his eyes for a second. I was sick back then. I didn't see it. I do now. That's not an apology. I didn't come to apologize. I blinked. Then why the hell did you come? He looked up. Because I need help. There it was, the real reason. Of course you do. I muttered. What is it this time? Money, a couch to crash on? He leaned forward. They're saying I stole from my company, that I used someone else's identity to move money around. My heart kicked. And I asked, voice cold, they're saying it was your name. My breath caught in my throat. You're lying. I'm not, I swear. You used my name. No. He said quickly, I didn't, I swear I didn't. But someone did. And they think it was me. Or you? Or both? I stared at him. How would they even have my name? His silence said everything. You? I stood up. You used my name. Back when we were still together. Didn't you? He didn't deny it. I turned to leave. Wait, he said. Please, I froze. I didn't think it'd come back. It was a small account. It wasn't supposed to matter. I didn't know it'd follow me. I laughed sharp, bitter. You didn't think I would matter. He didn't respond. I took a shaky breath. You ruined my credit, my trust, my sense of safety. And now you want what? Forgiveness? No. He whispered, I just want the truth to come out. I want someone to believe I didn't do this. I don't care. He nodded. I figured. You wouldn't. I had to try. I looked at him one last time. A broken man, or a damn good actor. I didn't know which scared me more. Later that night, I called Maya. She didn't even let me say hello. You saw him, didn't you? Yeah, and he says someone used my name years ago. When we were still together. Jesus, she breathed. Are you okay? No. You believe him? I don't know. That's the worst part. You think he's telling the truth. I think he tells whatever version of the truth benefits him most. Did he ask for help? I hesitated. Yeah, and you said no. I didn't answer. She sighed. You didn't promise anything. Right? No. But you didn't walk away either. I walked. But I didn't slam the door. Damn it, babe. I know. Do you want me to look into it? I still have friends in compliance at Crestview Bank. If there's any trail under your name, I'd appreciate it. I'll start tonight. Maya. Yeah? I hate that he still knows where to find me. I don't, because now we know where to find him. You look like hell, I said, sliding into the booth. I feel worse. Spare me the sympathy bait. Get to the point. He took a slow sip of black coffee. My business is gone. The investors pulled out, the board fired me, and Tara emptied the house before I got home. That sounds a lot like justice to me. I'm being investigated. For fraud, embezzlement, money laundering. I raised a brow. Didn't realize you were that creative. I didn't do it, he said. I laughed. You want me to believe you've suddenly grown a moral spine? I didn't say I was innocent. Just none of this, right? And whose? The scapegoat this time? He hesitated. Then, you? I went still. Come again. They think I funneled money through an old account. One linked to your name. I blinked. My name. It was dormant from years ago. Back when you had access to every part of my life. I didn't touch it since we ended. But you did use it. He didn't deny it. I stared at him. You used my name. You committed fraud. And now you want me to clean up your mess? They think you were involved. They what? He lowered his voice. I told them it wasn't you. But the paper trail. It's messy. And I'm the only one saying otherwise. I pushed back my chair. You stole my identity again. I panicked. I thought I could fix it before it got this far. You don't fix things, Caleb. You rot them. I'm not asking you to lie. Just meet with the investigator. Explain. Explain what? That my emotionally abusive ex hijacked my life twice and expects me to play along. He sighed. There's someone assigned to the case already, Detective Rose. He doesn't trust me. Maybe he'll believe you. Why would I help? Because if this goes to court, your name's attached. Even if you're innocent, it's messy, no. You made it messy. You dragged me back in. I didn't know it would hit you like this. You never think beyond yourself. I'm trying now. Too late. 2 days passed before the knock came again. I opened the door, half expecting Caleb. Instead, a tall man in a charcoal coat flashed a badge. Detective Rose. Can I ask you a few questions? I stepped aside. He sat stiffly at the kitchen table, pulling out a notepad. You had a joint account with Caleb Royce? I didn't know it still existed. But it was under your name, mostly. I trusted him. I was 24 and stupid. Do you recall signing over access? No. But I wouldn't be surprised if he forged it. He scribbled. Do you know what funds passed through the account recently? No. You haven't touched it? Not once since I left him. He looked up. Do you believe Mr. Royce set this up to implicate you? I believe he ruins everything he touches. That's not an answer. I think he panicked, and when Caleb panics, he plays victim. Did he ask for help? Yes. Did you agree? I hesitated. I told him to burn. Rhodes didn't react. Just wrote. Is this going to blow back on me? I asked. If we prove you had no knowledge or access. No. But your name's all over the transfers. Publicly, you're entangled. I swallowed. What do you need from me? Old emails, account history, anything showing you cut ties. I have boxes, years worth of garbage, bring it all. I nodded slowly. He closed his notebook. One more thing, he says he didn't mean to hurt you. I laughed. Of course he does. Should I believe him? I met his eyes. Depends. Are you easily fooled? He gave the faintest smile. I'll be in touch. Maya came by that night. I don't like this, she said. You getting pulled into his mess again. I don't either. You should have burned that last bridge years ago. I did. He just keeps building new ones from the ashes. So, what's the plan? I give Rhodes what he needs, paper trails, proof, then I vanish again. Think they'll believe you? I don't care if they believe me. I care that they bury him. Maya studied me. You're different. I'm tired. No, she said. You're dangerous. I smiled. Good. Are you sure you want to do this? Maya asked, standing in my doorway. No, I said. But I'm doing it anyway. She followed me into the hallway closet. I pulled out the old showbox. God, she muttered. I haven't seen that thing in years. Neither have I. We sat on the floor. The box. Between us. I peeled the lid back like I was opening a wound. Emails, letters, receipts. A burner phone with dust still clinging to it. Maya shifted. You kept all this? I couldn't throw it away. I think part of me knew. Knew what? That someday he'd come back and I'd need proof. I handed her a folded page. She read it aloud. Wire authorization. Sender, Caleb Royce. Account, joint. Oh. Hell no, this is your name, my signature too. Or something that looks like it. This could bury him. I met her eyes. That's the plan. So, we're giving it to Rhodes. I should. But, you won't, she said quietly. I didn't answer. She picked up a love letter. God. He actually wrote these. I nodded. Back when words were his favorite weapon. She handed it to me. Read it. I scanned the first few lines. I can't believe someone like you could love someone like me. I'll never let you go. I snorted. That aged well. You okay? I didn't respond. I just stood up. Walked to the kitchen, grabbed a lighter. From the drawer. Maya followed. What are you doing? I opened the window, letting go. The flame caught quick. The paper curled, blackened, and crumbled. Still hurts, I said softly. I know. I watched the ashes scatter into the wind. But the ache stayed. Does it ever feel like the past is a person? I asked, like it waits for you to breathe easy before knocking. All the time. I turned to her. I don't want justice. What do you want? Control. Just once. I want to decide how this ends. You think that's safe? No. But I think it's honest. She frowned. This isn't about the case anymore, is it? It's never been about the case. Then what? It's about not being the girl who begs. You're not. I was. She crossed her arms. You have enough here to bring him down officially. I know. So what's stopping you? I held up the phone. This still has voicemails from when he left. He was crying, begging, and I think I want him to do that again, just in front of me. That's not justice, that's revenge. Maybe I'm done pretending I can tell the difference. Maya exhaled. You're slipping. I slipped the moment I opened that door. You want to play with fire? Fine. But don't forget you've been burned before. I dropped the lighter back in the drawer. Promise me something, she said. What, when you're done? Dragging him through hell. Don't stay there with him. I looked out the window. The ashes were gone. I'll try. He's lying, Maya said, dropping a manila folder on my kitchen counter. Again, I flipped it open. What am I looking at? Tara? His wife. Not ex, married 3 years, not divorced. My jaw clenched. He told me she left him. He lies, a lot, no shock there. But here's the twist. Tara's got her own mess. Corporate accounts, offshore shell companies, stuff Kayla couldn't pull off alone. So maybe he's not lying about her. Maya shrugged. Maybe they're both lying. Where is she now? Downtown. Co-working space she runs. I called. She's there. You really want to do this? Yes. Tara looked exactly how I imagined. Impeccable. Sharp suit. Bare nails. No expression. You must be Elena, she said, not bothering to shake my hand. And you must be the mastermind behind Caleb's downfall. She smiled, slow and cold. Is that what he told you? He says you forged the transfers. She leaned back. Of course he did. So what? Did you? She didn't answer. Instead, she tilted her head. You're the first one, the girl who disappeared. I said nothing. I used to wonder what you were like. The one before me, disappointed, not really. You're exactly what I expected. And what's that? Someone who still thinks he's capable of telling the truth. I folded my arms. He's desperate, said you ruined him. Funny. He told me you ruined him. I blinked. Caleb, she continued, lies even when he cries. Especially when he cries. You stayed married to him because I lie, too. That hit harder than I expected. Did you set him up? I asked. She didn't flinch. Does it matter? Yes, if I'm getting dragged into this? She studied me. You want the truth. I think I deserve it. No one deserves truth. It's not justice, it's just damage control. Did you use my name? No, she said. That was all him years before me. So why blame you? Because he can't handle the idea that he destroyed himself, and you let him. She didn't blink. He would have done it anyway. I just watched, Why stay? Same reason you did, I assume, until it stopped being worth it, I exhaled. Why talk to me now? Because he'll try to drag me down with him. I want you to know I won't fall quietly. You sound confident. I'm not Caleb, I noticed. She stood. He's not after your forgiveness, he's after cover. Don't give it to him. I wasn't planning on it. Good, if you do, you'll regret it. I called Caleb that night. He answered on the first ring. Did you talk to her? I did. What did she say? That she lies. But not about this. He was quiet. You used my name, Caleb, years ago. You admitted it. And now you're trying to pin your collapse on someone else. I'm telling you, she wasn't on it. Then give me proof. I don't have it, of course not. She set it up. She used my login. I was careless. You were always careless. Elena, no. You don't get to say my name like we're something. You don't get to use my past and my name and expect sympathy. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking for help. You stole from me. You were the reason. I had to change banks, change jobs, change addresses, I know. Change who I was, I know. He said again, quieter. I can't even apply for a home loan without red flags popping up. I didn't think. You never. Think. A long silence. Then? Do you want me to say I'm sorry? I laughed. No. You don't get to be sorry. That's not how this ends. I never meant. You meant to get away with it, Elena. I'm scared. Good? He exhaled shakily. You won't help me, no. She'll bury me. She won't have to. You're already halfway under. I hung up. Maya called 5 minutes later. You okay? No. Did he crack? Almost. Doesn't matter. Tara, she knows everything. Maybe more. Is she dangerous? She's calculating. That might be worse. What are you going to do? I looked at the folder still on my table. I'm going to give Rose everything, finally, and then? I stared out the window. Then I want to see who turns on who first. You're playing with fire. I brought the matches this time. Maya paused. I worry about you. Don't. I finally feel awake. I still can't believe you're doing this, Maya said, pressing the mic into my palm. I need him to talk. He will. He always does, eventually. I tucked the mic into my bra strap. He already thinks I believe him. That's the scariest part. You're good at pretending. I learned from the best. She gave me a look. Be careful, I've got this. He met me at the park bench like we were old friends. You came, he said. Of course I did. He smiled. I missed this. You and me. Talking. I nodded. Me to double quotes lie. He looked tired. But under that was something else, relief. Like I'd slipped back into his orbit. I talked to Rose, he said. Told him about Tara. I think he's listening. Did you tell him everything? Not yet. I want to be careful. Why? Because I don't trust him. But I trust you. Double quotes bingo. I leaned closer. You said she accessed the accounts through your credentials, right? Yeah. She knew all my passwords. Did she send the wires herself? He hesitated. I don't remember. It was chaos. Long nights. Maybe I clicked something, maybe. She did, and using my name? He sighed. That was a panic move. I didn't think it'd come back. It always comes back. He rubbed his face. I messed up. But I'm not the monster you think I am. A kid screamed in the distance. Birds scattered. Somewhere in my jacket pocket, the recorder blinked red. What if I could help? I asked softly. You would, if I had proof she framed you. Would you use it? In a second? And what would you give me? In return, he paused. What do you want? The truth? He nodded. You'll get it. But I already had it. Later, Maya helped me scrub the audio. He literally said, he used your name in a panic. I know. We can hand this over today. Not yet. Why? Because I need him to think I'm still playing nice. That's dangerous. Exactly. She studied me. You're enjoying this. I'm finally ahead. Maya leaned against the counter. You need to hear this. What? She handed me her phone. I pulled Tara's marriage license. And they're still married. I froze. What? No divorce, not even a filing, he lied. That's not possible, he said. She left him. She didn't, in fact. She registered for prenatal care last month. Same last name. Emergency contact. Caleb, my stomach dropped. She's pregnant? 3 months. I sank into a chair. He told me he lost everything, yeah, except a wife. And a baby on the way. He played me. Maya nodded. You're not the only one he's destroying. I gritted my teeth. No. But I'm the only one recording it. He opened the door like he'd been expecting me. Elena? He breathed, stepping back. I walked in without asking. We need to talk. He followed, quiet. I turned. You lied. I've lied about a lot of things. You said she left you. You said she took everything. I thought she would. But she didn't, because she's still your wife and she's pregnant. His face drained. Who told you that? Does it matter? He sat down slowly. You weren't supposed to know. I wasn't supposed to know you used my name, either. But here we are. I didn't mean for it to get this far. It always gets this far with you. I didn't even want her. He whispered, then why stay? Because she needed me. No, I said, you needed her like you needed me, someone to suck dry. He didn't deny it. I talked to her. I added, she knew exactly who I was. He closed his eyes. She called you a liar. Said you cry when you lie. Did you believe her? I crossed my arms. More than I've ever believed you. He looked up. Then why are you here? To watch you unravel? He exhaled, you win, okay? This isn't a game. It is to you now. You're playing me. You played me first. He stood. I don't know how to stop. Lying, destroying everything, everyone. He pressed his hands to his face. Every time someone loves me, I ruin it. I can't help it. It's like I panic, I need them. And then I hate them, and then I do something awful so they'll leave. You should have left me for dead, I said quietly. He dropped his hands, I know. My phone vibrated in my pocket, recording complete. I'm not proud of what I did to you. He whispered, any of it. You don't get to be proud. You don't even get to be sorry. He stepped closer. What happens now? I stared at him, you fall. For what it's worth, he said, I did love you, no, I said. You loved the way I needed you. He didn't argue. I walked out. I didn't go home right away. I sat in my car, air off, phone in my hand, just listening. Every time someone loved me, I destroyed them. You should have left me for dead. I clipped the file, sent it to an encrypted email address. No name. No message, just to dt.rhodes@agency.gov subject confession Royce attachment. .mp for sent. When I got home, it was dark. Maya had offered to stay, but I needed silence. I closed the door, turned on the hallway light. And froze. The mirror was cracked. A spider web across the center. Hairline fracture splitting my reflection. I didn't remember it breaking. Had I slammed the door? Dropped my bag? Or maybe it just cracked over time like everything else. I didn't fix it. I stood there, staring at myself through the shattered glass. 100 versions of me. Angry, hollow, brave, scared. I survived you, I whispered, and I meant it. The phone rang at 9:12 a.m. Unknown number. I answered anyway. Ms. Halden, a firm voice asked. Double quotes, yes. This is Detective Rhodes. I thought you should know. Caleb Royce was taken into custody this morning. I didn't breathe. Charges, fraud, identity theft, obstruction, multiple counts, more to come. What about the others involved? Tara Royce gave a statement, including your recording. She flipped fast. Of course she did. He'll likely take a deal. But you're in the clear. I swallowed. How long? He's not getting out soon. That much I can promise. Thank you. One more thing, yeah? That recording, the part where he said you should have left him for dead, that stayed with me. Me too. He paused. Take care. Ms. Halden. Yeah. I whispered. You too. I hung up. The room didn't cheer. No applause. No dramatic swell of music. Just silence. The same kind I'd sat in the night he knocked on my door. Maya called 5 minutes later. You heard, she said. I heard. He's actually behind bars. Yep. Tara really turned him in after. She heard what he said to me, the crying confession. It worked. She switched sides. She saved herself. Maya sighed. How do you feel? I don't know. You won. No. I just didn't lose. That counts. I looked at the front door, the same one he stood at weeks ago. The one I almost didn't open. He almost got away with it, I said. But he didn't. I keep thinking about that day. The knock, the way my hands shook when I saw him. You're not that girl anymore. I don't know who I am now. You're someone who walked into the fire and came out holding the match. I smiled. That sounds dramatic. It is dramatic. You're dramatic. We both laughed. Then Maya's voice softened. You okay being alone tonight? I think I need to be. Okay. But if you change your mind, I know. I didn't leave the house. I made tea. Sat by the window. Let the quiet settle. I opened the drawer near the hallway. Took out the last thing I hadn't thrown away. One of his letters. Unopened. I held it for a long time. Then I lit a match. The flame curled the edges. Turned the paper to ash in seconds. I watched it fall into the sink and dissolve with water. No smoke alarms. No panic, just release. At midnight, I walked to the door. Same spot. Same light above. I stood in front of it. Just stood. Remembering. The knock that woke something ugly in me. The anger. The spiral. The plan. Now. There was no knock. No. Ghost on the porch. No past clawing its way inside. Just me. Alive. Standing. Breathing. I reached for the knob. Turned it. Opened the door. Nothing there. And yet, everything had changed. I stepped outside. Cool night air hit my face. I smiled. Then I closed the door. Locked it. And this time, I was the one holding the key. The cemetery was colder than I remembered. I knelt by the stone. Fingers brushing the letters like they might disappear. Elaine Halden, beloved mother. Stronger than her silence. I know it's been a while, I whispered. The breeze picked up. Grass shifted like it heard me. You used to say, when you bury pain, plant something over it. I thought you meant flowers, but I think you meant people. I laughed softly. I didn't bury flowers, I buried pieces of myself. I pulled a small packet from my coat. Wildflower seeds. I'm planting now, I said, scattering them gently. You like these? Chaos in color. That night, Maya picked me up. You good? She asked as I buckled in. I went to see her, your mom. I nodded. Felt right. You okay? I don't know. But I'm not pretending anymore. She smiled. That's something. At the next red light, she glanced at me. You ever think about writing it down? What? The whole mess? Yeah, your story. You tell it like it belongs in a book. No one wants to read about being broken. They do if you survived. I looked out the window. Maybe. Seriously. You should consider it. Maybe I will. The support group met on Thursdays, a circle of folding chairs, warm lights, bad coffee, but it felt honest. A woman named Tasha shared a story about her ex stealing her name to rack up debt. I nodded through every word. After I told mine, I let him in, I said, voice low. Because I thought closure looked like a second chance. It doesn't. It looks like boundaries. No one judged me. No one flinched. I left feeling lighter. Later that weekend, I stood at the edge of the river. Maya waited by the car, giving me space. I held the letter in both hands. UNSCNT. Unfinished. The one I wrote during the worst nights. The one that started with I still love you and ended with nothing. I read it one last time, then folded it tight. I stepped forward and let the wind catch it. It landed softly. Floated. Then drifted, slow and sure, into the current. Gone. I didn't cry. I didn't smile. I just breathed. I buried my past, I said aloud. But when it knocked, I answered, not to invite it back in, but to finally shut the door. And this time, I walked away.